Hello, hello, hello. And, well, is this can you do a prog review for a single? I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe this isn't a prog review. I don't know what I don't know what I'm doing. But then anyone who follows me knows I have no idea. Or maybe I do. I don't know. Anyway, Marillion dropped a video last night at 2300 hours. That's 11 p.m. in normal language, called Murder Machines. It was premiering on the YouTubes, so I sat down and imagined it was the. I suppose you could go as far as the night. I imagined it was the 1990s, and I was watching the chart show because you had chart show in the 80s as well. I have to show you my chart show mug one day. Chart show was a program on British television where they show pop videos. It was a bit like Top of the Pops, but without Jimmy Savile going now then, now then. Just get the Jimmy Savile or John Peel, two for the price of one there. So I settled down and imagined I was settling down to the chart show and trying to get excited for this new video. And you see, I was gonna, because Marillion have got a new album out this time next month, an hour before it's dark, 4th of March. I'll come back. Don't worry, I would have torn it apart by then, I reckon. And again, I wasn't gonna do this, but being a contrary git, I thought I'd better do it because I watched it and I thought, oh no, because I was worried we were gonna go all those places with Marillion where we've been before, and they didn't disappoint. Murder Machines. Well, what is Murder Machines? Firstly, the title is fucking appalling. Let's be honest. I kind of expected. Do you remember Monty Python? Do you remember that one where the cars took over and stomped on everyone? When I had Murder Machines, I just imagined that. I thought it was going to be about motorists, but no, it isn't. It's Marillion go for a couple of targets. They wrap in a few themes in. It's ecology, environmentalism, and COVID, all in one happy bundle. It's more COVID with the video because everyone's wearing the masks and everything. Now, there's an old expression. There's an old expression called shutting the gate after the horse has bolted, and that's what I feel is very much about this, because we are, fingers crossed, coming out of the COVID times. We are blinking into the light. We're vaccinated and boosted, and and maybe the herd immunity is kicking in, and it's been rendered to most people as nothing more than a sneeze, which is what I predicted back at the beginning of all this. And here we have Marillion, singing about, I put my arms around her and killed them, basically, because they've got the virus and they've passed it on unknowingly. It's a jolly song. It's a bit like Knees Up Mother Brown. It's a jolly song, and the video is equally miserable. So it's another exercise in, well, this is virus misery, So that's really got me kind of prepped for the album. It's not a bad song, apart from the title. I don't like the title. The music, I think music's really strong, and the lyric is kind of, it's not bad, but I just think it's the wrong song at the wrong time. I think if this had been released, May 2020, when we was in the thick of this, I think it could have been a really great, pertinent, finger on the pulse, statement. But now, I don't want to hear it. I really don't want to hear it. And again, it comes across as them being rather that worthy thing. Look, we're abreast of all the topics, and look what we're doing, And there's nothing wrong with writing about things that are happening. There's nothing wrong with covering, but there's a wrong and a right way of doing things. I'm not saying it's not. It just feels too late for me. It doesn't. When you're writing about current affairs, you've got to be on the cutting edge. You've got to be on the bleeding edge of the whole situation. And now, like I said, with people moving on, I don't know. It just feels. I don't know, it just feels like they've missed the opportunity. But yeah, I mean, it's got all the hallmarks that you want. It's got the soaring Rothery guitar. It's got the overwrought vocals from Steve Hogarth. And yeah, it sounds very, very. It's a Marillion song. It's what you'd come to expect. It's catchy. It's sticky. But I just, oh man, it's like fuck everyone and run. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Or I'd like to have seen a song tackling pandemics and COVID. Kind of written in a different way. And also, again, the blame is put on the person. You killed someone with your virus. That's a heavy. Imagine hearing that if someone in your family has died of this. I just can't imagine how that must feel. If you've been on the wrong end of all of this. So I'm not saying it's insensitive. I just imagine that for some people this would be not for me, but for some it could be a distasteful song. I just think it'd be a little bit, But yeah, I mean, I was hoping that the new album would be a little bit, because it's called An Hour Before It's Dark, and it's always darkest before the dawn. I'm hoping that it's not going to be an album of abject misery. I was hoping there might be some light moments in it. There might be some, something positive to come out of it. But this, I shouldn't have listened to it. Because it's put me in a completely bad mood for the record now. It's kind of prejudiced my mood, and I didn't want that. But yeah, like I say, it's not a bad record. It's not a bad song. It's Marillion doing what they're good at. But it's that thing about timelessness. If you're gonna, it's like imagine writing a song about AIDS, and putting it out like now. People go, what? They wouldn't necessarily get it. And I think with this, I don't know. It's the timelessness of writing a song. You can write about a subject and a time, and write in a way that kind of removes it out of time. And I think sometimes when you put a song so close to an event, it kind of becomes almost old-fashioned instantly, because that event moves on. I don't know if it's a good parallel, but it always reminds me of Gabriel doing the Barry Williams Show song, and that came out in, was it 2002? Was it? And the whole Jerry Springer thing had happened in like the mid to late. Well, it's actually about 96, 97. That was Jerry Springer. So it was a good 6-7 years after the whole shock jock, Jerry Springer phenomena. And I always thought that song, although I didn't have an issue with it, I thought it was a good song. It just felt so out of step. And that's what this feels like to me. And because now we live in even a more fast-moving world, you've kind of got to almost have it's got to have a universal kind of timeless appeal for it to, I'm probably completely wrong. This is just my toast. This is my taste and my take on things. And I'm sure for many, it's the greatest song that Marillion have ever written. I just wanted something a little bit lighter. I wanted something a bit more positive, I didn't want this. Oh well. I suppose we've always got the Red Hot Chili Peppers album to look forward to. Instead, anyway, I've burbled on far too long. This was only meant to be short. I apologise. I apologise if I've offended you, if you're a fan. Just try and understand what I'm saying and where I'm coming from. Like I say, I don't think it's a bad song. I just think it just feels at the wrong time. Yeah, that's it. And that's me. I kind of, and the video as well, so bloody miserable, and everything's so overwrought. It's just like, it's like that. If the song was a face, it'd be. And that's my take on it. I'm sure. Don't worry, Marillion aren't watching any of this, so I think I'm all right. I think I might have got away with it. Anyway, thanks for watching. My name's been Darren Locke. I've been talking about Marillion's Murder Machines. What an awful title. Are we the murder machines? Is the COVID the murder machine? COVID doesn't intend to kill us. A virus only wants to replicate and live. And killing us is actually a failure of the virus. If you think of it in those terms, a virus isn't intelligent, it isn't sentient. It doesn't choose its victims. It just wants to grow and replicate and mutate. A bit like us. Oh, maybe we're the virus. Maybe that's the point of it. But again, you need to. Maybe if they'd have done a different video and everyone wasn't wearing a mask and it was like, we're all going to hug each other to death. It's like AIDS never happened. Anyway, thanks for watching. I don't know one thing to say, and that is progon?